Woo!
Welcome back to Feldrun and the glowing lights of the city of Breton. On the first night of summer in 972 AR, bloodshed stained the streets as the factions of the Zealous Thieves Guild and the dissident merchants of the Children of the Phoenix engaged in warfare over some unknown trouble. Were it not for the brave and decisive action of our would-be heroes, Arya Mercier and Marie de Fabian may have been lost. One, the daughter of a merchant, who is likely the true target, and the other a noble, look-alike, who seems to have been mistaken for the other. The reason for their kidnapping yet remains unclear, although Arya did reveal that the thugs who took her had been asking after and taken a necklace which her father had given her for her birthday some years ago. As a reward for your help in finding the pair, their companion, Robert de Leandre, a rather famous playwright in the city, rewarded you with the ownership of the second-to-last home in the Arts District. The property will need a good deal of work and wealth poured into it to make it usable for anything other than a bonfire, but the place has potential, just like the three eager and playful children you met there. As dawn rises on the third day of summer, the salt air of the sea serves as a poignant reminder of youth and abandoned responsibility for one of our heroes. Sibylla, you're welcome to board the Siren as always, with hearty cheers, a few lewd jeers, and the welcome smile of lifelong friends. Although your mother is currently absent, one sailor in particular walked with a bit more pep in his step as he moved towards the gangway to greet you. Heavily muscled, Lynn Waters bears the dark complexion of the Southern Isles, with weathered and marred skin from too many years at sea. His clear yellow eyes hold a firmness in them that belies the jovial nature of his approach. This is a man who doesn't accept excuses from anyone. Sibylla, welcome home. Crew's just finished breakfast, and all that's left is the bits at the bottom of the pan. Would you care for some?
I'll take whatever you've got left.
Come on, girl. Let's go have a seat. He will guide you back into the, the large area beneath the, the crew area beneath the main deck. There's a table, and he does dish out a bowl for you of. It's mostly gruel, but there's bacon and a couple other little tidbits in there. Slides the bowl towards you. So, what brings you by?
Other than hello?
It's never just hello for you anymore, girl.
Okay, we need help with some fencing, if you can, if you're not too...
What have you got?
Well, I got thrown into a job the other day. And long story short, there's some silver, but it's stamped, and there's some paint.
Silver paintings, that's not hard to move. Should be no problem.
The subject matter, though, is finding a buyer might be difficult.
Oh. Bring it by. We'll have a look.
I don't have them in my possession right now. One of my associates has.
It's not a problem. You know you're always welcome here.
Sorry, I've got a bit of a cough. The associates are the weird part, though. Half of them, more than half of them, are nobility, or at least aristocrat.
You hanging with the highbrows?
Not by choice.
I mean, you could always come back.
That isn't that simple.
I know.
Did she say anything?
Not really. She's been been very focused on her work.
What have you been up to lately?
Well, we've been mostly trading, although we are in town for a reason.
Yeah, what's that?
Another man we're sailing under the banner of for at least the moment. Your mother has agreed to sail with him.
Under someone else's banner. Why?
Well, good trade.
Who is he though? What does he want? Tell me about.
His name is Ganesha. He's from your mother's homeland. He's a decent merchant. He's got some interesting things he wants to sell. We're just here to support him for a little while. Probably only here for a few weeks.
And what does he want in return? I mean, the ship is still ours, yeah?
Of course. It's just cargo space, mostly.
Do you need me to look into him?
No, it's fine. More concerned about you than I am him.
I'll be okay. I'm always okay.
Used to be better than that.
Yeah, well, a lot of things used to be better than that.
Anything else I can do for you?
Tell her I'm sorry I missed her.
I will.
And Kenbesh. Tell Kenbesh hi.
I will. She misses
And
you
if
too,
this
you know.
Ganesha... I miss her too. If this guy gives you trouble, if something doesn't feel right, you know where to find me, right?
I know. Don't worry. Your mom knows what she's doing.
I know. I would just feel better if I was here.
Oh, now that's your call.
I know. I know. And at this point, she's mostly just pushing her food around in the bowl, not making eye contact.
After a couple of minutes, he'll reach up and gently pat her on the shoulder. Stand up. Well, I'm gonna go get the lads back to work. If you need anything else, come find me. And when you've got the silver and the paintings, bring them by.
I will. I'll make sure no one's done anything stupid with them in the meantime, but I will.
Smile, little girl.
And she tries.
There you go. And he'll turn and walk away. Tis, I suppose, a few hours after that when you all meet back up at the second to last home. You guys had planned to meet with Robert de Leon around noon. Does anybody want to do anything before that?
Sibylla swipes a bottle of wine on the way off the ship.
Yep, okay. Anyone else?
Nothing in particular.
Nothing that I can think of.
Subutai?
Nada.
Cool. Did anybody bother telling Sibylla about your meeting with Robert?
Would we have been able to get a hold of her?
I don't know.
Ilwyn Illowin would probably know how to get in contact with me.
Then Illowin has probably told you about the meeting. I do vaguely recall Jessa mentioning that she was going to do that, so. So she would have told you that you have a meeting with Robert at noon. She probably would have told you about the kids, too, because she seemed quite taken with them. So you guys all do make your way back down to the last alley around noon, and there is a carriage outside. Not a particularly fine carriage, but certainly not a terrible one either. And Robert is leaning up against the frame of the carriage, reading as you all approach.
Good morning, Deleandre.
Ah, good morning.
What are you reading?
Slept well? Just, my latest handiwork. I can't let you see it just yet, but it's probably going to be a hit.
Unless it gets you jumped again.
Well, I mean, there is always that risk, but, show business, eh?
Occupational hazard.
Exactly, precisely. So, you all look fine this morning. Ready to go to court?
As ever.
He'll step aside and open up the door to the carriage for you all. Please, step in. And once you guys are all in and seated, he will pat the top, step in himself, take a seat. Honestly, this really shouldn't take too terribly long. We're just going to go and sign some paperwork, get it witnessed by a magistrate. That's really all there is to it. Nothing in particular. What do you plan to do with the place? Excited?
We've had some discussions about it.
Go on.
Illowin said something about the kids, right?
Subutai would be interested in a school.
School?
There's a lot of kids around here with not a lot to look forward to as they get older, and if we could do something about that.
Huh. Fascinating idea. Don't know how profitable it will be, but still fascinating. Carriage rolls its way through down towards the central district, and then from there past the warehouse, and finally into the castle district, where there is a rather large stone building courthouse. And you guys arrive maybe a little after noon now, maybe 15 minutes after. And he steps out and opens up the carriage for you all, ushers you inside. Judging by the way he greets like the bailiffs up front and several other people, it seems he's actually been here more times than once. Probably several times. Everybody seems to know him. He's not necessarily misliked, but neither does everybody seem particularly excited to see him. He eventually returns to you guys and says, "Well, we're next on the docket, it seems. Got us here right on time." Now,
How fortunate.
yes. Now, do any of you own property yet?
Sibylla just snorts.
None in my name.
Right. Well, I feel it's important that I mention, just in case you're unaware of the laws of Feldrun, taking on property is, there's a certain responsibility that comes with it. The law of the land says that if you care for a property, you are responsible for its maintenance, its upkeep, and its defense. The king can call on you to defend your property. Everyone's alright with that, yes?
Yes.
It's a responsibility I'm not unfamiliar with.
I imagine not, but... Oh. A moment later, somebody calls out his name. Leandre! He looks up. Ah, yes! Coming! And doors open and you guys are marched into a room. There's a severe-looking woman seated behind a large desk. She looks up as you all enter, looks between you all. Which one of you is Robert de Leandre? Ah, that would be me. Step forward. She holds out a scroll for him, which he looks over briefly, nods, and then signs. She countersigns it. And she looks to you all. And you would be the recipients? Yes?
That would be us.
Names, please?
Nicolas Benoit Donadieu de Ricard.
Sibylla Rossignol.
Adele Fabian.
Uh-huh. And you, sir?
Subutai looks at the woman for a second and then says, "The Horse Lords of Noctlane."
She glances down at the paper. I'm sorry, is that your name? The Horse Lords of Noctlane?
That is the name of my people, the people whom I serve, who will be owning this portion of land.
Ah. I'm afraid that won't do. It must be in an individual's name, sir.
Sibylla, you have my share.
Are you sure?
I cannot take land here in the name of my people, and I cannot take it in the name of my...
Well, I'll take a share.
Very well. She crosses something out on the paper. And there was another. Eloine Lavod?
Yes.
Where is she?
Busy today.
I see. Well, can you speak for? Confirm that she wishes this?
Yes, she does.
Very well. And she pulls out a big tapered wax and drips some onto the paper, stamps it with her ring, fans it off a little bit, rolls up the scroll, and then offers it to you all. And I will have to fix this later. Thanks, Eric.
Ooh.
If you're an ambassador, you can't own land.
Says who?
Me, right now.
Okay. This ain't the UN, son. But that's fine.
Also, he can't have that whole thing about, like, king, gonna make you go to war.
Yeah, Sibylla's just gonna ignore that part if it ever comes to it.
Scandalous.
Indeed.
Me and Benoit,
What?
we can't skip this.
What a beautiful and invalid deed.
Thanks, Rob. I worked hard on that.
It looks good!
I appreciate the fact that you went to the effort to actually make paper good.
It's all curly.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so you guys get that, and Robert will lead you out. He'll let you even take the carriage back if you guys would like, but at this point, it's up to you guys what you want to do.
Well, let's see. We need to secure some funding. We need to find out how much funding we need. That might need to be done before securing the funding.
Oh yeah, Robert mentions that he's got an appraiser coming this evening to look at the place for you.
Excellent.
They will have a small fee that they require for their services, but shouldn't be too much.
Of course, as expected.
I mean, Sevilla wants to see the house because she hasn't yet, but
Oh yeah, you
she's
haven't
just
even
curious.
seen. Let's do this. Now you can see the house.
Fantastic.
Do you want to explore it at all, like Isili? Anything you guys want to do while you're waiting for the appraiser?
I think Adele wants to go look at a local bookstore, try to find one nearby.
Yeah,
Subutai's
meeting the
gonna go
neighbors
look
would
for
be nice.
orphans.
Yeah. Like look around and see what's around near the
I just imagine Subutai just going and kidnapping some children.
Just orphan hunting, Jesus.
It's like, hey kids, want to learn some things?
It's like
hmm I'll start off by going along with it all.
Well, since Ali missed last session and wants to do some exploring, Ali, would you like to do some exploring first? What do you want to? Where would you like to go in the house? Anywhere in particular?
Um, let's see. Oh God. Okay, sorry. Hold on. The dog is flipping out. If someone else wants to go first, I need to take him out real quick. I'm so sorry.
Okay. So Adele and Benoit. Where would you like to go?
If we're starting from here,
You're starting from here.
From where? What? Yeah, okay, there.
okay.
Who's across from us here?
Yeah.
Like, is it
Start with
That
identifiable?
is just somebody's home. Looks like they might be a clothing merchant. They don't look particularly noteworthy. But if you want, you can go meet them.
Sure. Maybe they'll know if there's a bookstore nearby.
Sure. So you head over there, and there is a young woman out front, currently busy folding settle linens, and she looks up as you approach. Good afternoon, my lord. Can I help you?
We wish to introduce ourselves. We are your new neighbors.
New neighbors? Oh, you're taking the second to last home.
We are.
Uh-huh. I see. You know there are rumors about this place.
Are there?
Some say it is haunted. Others say it is merely condemned. Many think it is cursed. Maybe will fall on your head. Oh, but where are my manners? I am Alexander Monet. It is a pleasure to meet you both.
Pleasure to meet you. I am Dr. Nicholas Benoit Donadieu de Ricard. And I'll bow.
And then I'm Lord Adel Zaim de Fabian. Nice to meet you. And then also we'll bow.
Ah, two lords. This is very interesting. Well, it is a pleasure to meet you both. Thank you for coming by. Is there anything I can do for you?
Would you happen to know of any bookstores nearby?
Oh, wait. Only just there. And she motions just a little past her own shop. To the west, which building is that? This building here. All the way down at the west end of the alley here. Or the north end of the alley, I guess that is? Yeah, north end of the alley. Red building. You'll find the hat shop.
Hat shop.
Yeah. Sorry, maybe this is confusing. Hat is the name of the owner. It is a bookstore.
Oh.
What a clever name.
Yeah, clever, obnoxious. These are words used to describe Hat. Yes?
I look forward to meeting them already.
Well, I'm going to be quite acquainted with Hat.
Is there anything else I can help you with, my lords?
Mm.
Not at the moment. Thank you very much for the information.
Of course. Have a good evening.
To you as well. So I guess we'll be heading to Hat's shop. That's
Sure.
great. That's a great name.
Meanwhile, Subutai, what are you up to?
Having patrolled the house, does he find any orphans?
Make an investigation check.
Jesus Christ.
Living or dead?
Oh my
Yes.
god.
Why?
Realistically, if there's a dead person in your house, you want to know.
I mean, yeah, okay.
Yes.
We'd
but
rather find
why?
the dead orphans now rather than later.
Make an investigation check. There we go. You search the house top to bottom. You certainly find evidence that kids have been in here playing. Maybe even more recently than yesterday when you were last here, but there are none in the place currently.
I would like to craft non-lethal traps,
Of what variety?
like a bucket of water over over a slightly ajar door. I'm specifically targeting areas that have been played in by the kids.
Okay. You'll need to get a bucket for that.
Okay. Buckets, blunt debris, not like, rocks or whatever, but just like
Bits of wood.
like like a bit of wood, that kind of.
We're all going to prison.
Okay.
Is Sibylla here while you're doing this?
Well, so first he needs to go buy some stuff, but there is, you do happen to know, with that investigation, I'll give you this for free, there's a carpenter, like, right across the way. They probably have buckets.
Okay. So he will do that, and he's actually going to also then basically put out like 5 silver.
You're gonna put the 5 silverware?
He's going to bait a bunch of mouse traps, essentially, with 5 silver pieces.
And by mouse traps, you mean children's
Human
traps?
trap.
Yeah.
Yes. Traps for children.
Okay.
And he's going to write a note that is specifically addressed to the children. Eric goes to look at the hand. Jenks, Nat, and Squidly.
Okay.
Assuming they can.
Yeah, and this is on the upper floor. And he writes it out saying, basically, hid silver, go find it.
And you're putting this on the second floor, like that the first floor they're gonna come to if they go upstairs again?
Yes.
Okay.
That's where they've been adventuring, right?
Yeah. There's been some on the upper floors too, but mostly there.
Okay.
Okay. So do you want to go head towards the carpenter? That's this one over here, far to the south end of the alley. All right. So you'll head towards that. Sibylla, meanwhile, let's go back to the house here for you. Did you want to explore anything in particular?
Yes, although if I was there while he was doing that,
He
I followed
has
him
not
around
placed his traps yet.
Oh, gotcha. Okay,
He's
cool.
going to go buy the stuff to
However,
set traps.
he will passing by Sibylla say, "What did you do to train your skill?"
I was raised by people with the same skill.
There are three vagrants. He's looking for the word in not. At which point he says, "Children with parents, but who are not carefully minded.
Right.
They've been playing in the building on the second floor, but they are amenable. I intend to make training devices for them."
Do you need help?
I could use some. This is not my forte. I can make a lure to catch a rabbit, but I cannot. I might not be able to do so for children without hurting them.
Oh, we can do this. So I definitely want to help with that, for sure. As far as yeah, yeah.
The nobleman here. You find yourselves at the only sign on the street bearing actual words. Hat's Shop. HATT''S''SHOPPE. Also denoted by a quill and a scroll, sits at the farthest end of the alley, nestled neatly in a corner. Inside, the shop is decorated with beautiful hardwood, and the earthy scent of old books permeates the air. The bookshop fills 2 floors of this 3-story building, and it somehow seems to contain more shelves than the building should be able to hold.
Big shop.
It is very large, yes. What do you want to do?
Buy it.
Yeah?
The whole store.
Why couldn't we gotten this place? Well, adult, it's you're the one that wanted the bookshop. Lead the way.
He's just like dumbfounded with so many books. He's like, I guess I go find the shopkeep.
Ah, you're gonna look for the shopkeep? Okay.
Yeah.
Make a perception check.
On a 1, you start talking to a book.
No, I just stopped picking up books and looking at them. Just completely forgot why I was there.
So you wander some of the aisles. A bit, making your way to and fro, searching amongst them. Eventually, you find yourself passing by an aisle where there is a literal pile of books that have been that are not on the shelves. And moving a little closer, you start to pick up one of the books, very curious, and then the whole pile shifts, and out from beneath it climbs a very strangely dressed creature. And by strangely, I mean stately. He's wearing the kind of outfit you might wear if you were going to to one of Robert's plays. Very nice jacket over, a tie and a nice shirt. Very well-tailored pants. He's got glasses on his very long and candid nose. He's short, maybe to your belt, maybe not even that tall. He kind of stands with a bit of a hunch and a long tail behind his back. And he looks up at you. Hi.
Hello, would you happen to be Hat?
Yeah, you heard of me. Yes, I'm Hat the page turner, at your service. And he reaches out and extends a hand towards you, and you realize that his hand is, he's got these short, thin little claws on the end of each of his fingers.
The doll will just immediately shake his head. It's nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you too. Welcome. Are you interested in books?
Yes, actually.
Do you have any books for sale?
I might have some books I might be willing, but I'm looking to buy some
I do
books.
love to buy books. I love books, especially books I don't have. You want to buy my books?
Well,
Is that not the purpose of a bookstore?
Well, I suppose it is. Yes, and sometimes I do in fact sell books. I prefer to sell access to the books. You know, short term, read them for a bit, bring them back, and I'll buy them back from you, kind of thing.
Like a
I mean,
library?
yeah.
Library. What is a library?
It's
They
kind of
had
like
one at my college of magic. You can go and look at books and take them out, but then bring them back.
Yes, like a library, except there's a fee.
there are some libraries that do require a fee.
Maybe I should rename this place. Pat's Library. How do you spell that? You know what? Never mind.
I will.
You're interested in books. I'm interested in books. This sounds like a mutual agreement. Let me, just, and then he just starts, like, shoving books off of himself, and they fall to the floor next to him. He climbs out of the pile. Sorry. Right, where were we? Books! You wanted books! What kind of books do you want?
I'm mostly looking for the, like, history books on combat, just general studies.
History
type of thing.
books. Right, this way. He guides you, just marches right past you and starts walking away. It heads like 3 columns over, looks up at a shelf that's like way too tall for him. I think there are history books up there. Also, this way! And then he just walks away immediately, heads up to the second floor, finds another shelf that's way too tall for him, but points at the bottom. There are definitely some history books down here. See? Here's one right here. And he pulls out a book. It is the history of Ballantyre, or claims to be a history of Ballantyre. See? A history book. Why is that next to a spell book? Strange. Puts it back anyways, walks away. I'm sure we've got more history books somewhere around here.
Spell book, you say?
What? Yes.
I'm interested in spells.
Well, I sell access to spells for certain. Oh, you wanted books on combat? Ah, here's one right here. It's about the knights.
Oh.
Nope. Wrong kind of knight. Oh, yeah, no, this is wrong kind of combat. I'm not sure that's combat. Oh, let's just put this book back.
Maybe later.
Oh my! That would have been a hell of a book to read the kids.
They have to learn sometime at all.
Shut up.
Oh, we should probably mention we're your new neighbors.
New neighbors!
We have come into possession of the second to last home.
Battle dump?
Indeed.
Oh my. I'm very sorry.
People keep saying that.
Well, I mean, it's, have you ever owned property?
Yeah.
Well, allow me to introduce myself. I am Nicholas Benoit de Donadieu de Ricard.
Nice to meet you. I'm mostly just concerned it's gonna be very expensive to fix that place. It looks kinda, let's just say, I would not want to accidentally cast Burning Hands there.
I'm gonna make a note of that. Pull out my notebook, right? Do not cast Shatter. This Benoit doesn't have burning hands. Elaborate, because of the whole purpose of the name. I do not myself own property, but my father owns, was it roughly an eighth of Feldrun?
Then you can probably afford this. And the fixing of it. Probably.
And that's what we're hoping for.
I have no idea how much money the son of whatever your father is makes.
A duke.
Duke. I have no idea how much the son of a duke makes. You know, I bet I have a book on that somewhere around here. Well, let me, maybe it's this way. And he just wanders off.
I like this fellow, Adal.
Yeah, same. He's an interesting one.
I found a book! The Dukes of Feldrun. Nothing? Finances? Maybe? Doesn't seem to mention. Oh well.
How old is it?
What? Huh? Who? Hi!
We're still here.
Oh, you're still here! What? Who? Huh?
We were discussing the second to last home.
Right! You wanted to know how old it is?
If you have that information.
I mean, it's at least 100 years old. Maybe more. Probably more.
But what I'd been referring to was the book you found about the Dukes.
What? What book? Oh, this book!
You mentioned he had clawed hands. Can I tell what hat is?
What? Make a nature check. Hat is a kobold.
Interesting neighbors we have.
Thank you. I think. Hey, didn't you want spells?
If you have any spell books, I would certainly be interested
I
in looking through them.
have lots of spell books, and if you don't find what you're looking for here, I happen to know some people in Cliff's Keep, and I can probably get you some other spell books. They have a whole... Oh, it's a library.
I studied there.
Huh. I did too. I just never realized it was called a library.
Did you? What years did you go?
Well, 964, 965, 967, 968, and 969.
Was that before or after I was there? That was
After.
After, because that's not that long ago.
Correct.
After my time, then. How did you find it? Did you enjoy your time there?
Down the road, and there was a big tower, and thus it was kind of easy to find.
I meant, did you enjoy your time there?
Oh! Yes! Only the headmaster didn't seem to like me much.
Can't imagine why. You're a likable fellow.
Oh, I thank you. Something about, setting his shoes on fire. That is weird.
He does enjoy an untoasted shoe.
Yeah, I never understood that. Anyways, feel free to look around. If you see anything you like, let me know. Sure, we can find an agreeable price. And if there are any... He basically has books on just about any topic. So if you do want a specific topic, just let me know and I'll help you figure out what he's got. He does have a limited selection of spells as well available. But I'm going to make you search for those if you really want to find any.
Well, right now I have more spells than I can handle, so...
Yeah.
If I need any, I know where I can go.
Yeah. And he really can, if he doesn't have a spell in stock, he really can get them for you. So,
Excellent.
All up to you and what you guys want. Meanwhile, Sibylla and Subutai, you guys make your way down the alley to the south towards this quaint little shop here. A small wooden sign above the shop's main door is bare except for a large bent nail sticking out of it. The front room contains displays of ornate wooden furniture as well as a selection of bows and crossbows. The wall behind the counter is lined with rows of finely carved wooden canes, quarterstaves, and shields. There is a man currently at a workbench nearby inside the shop. He's got a grinding wheel that he's turning, and he's using it to sand down some wooden thing that he's got in his hands when you guys come in.
Hello?
He looks up from what he's doing. Hello, welcome to the bet now. Just give me just a moment, and he sets down what he's working on and slows the wheel down, dusts himself off, steps over towards you. Good. Kind of looks past you. Afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Welcome to the Bet Now. My name is Tally. How can I help you?
Tally, it's lovely to meet you. We are two of your new neighbors. We need some scrap wood.
Scrap wood. Sure, I've got plenty of that. How much?
Enough to cause some trouble.
I'm not going to get in any trouble with the authorities for this, am I?
No. We need to build some traps. Traps, obstacle courses, anything like that.
His mouth starts working like, this is not, are you, is this legal?
Well, it's on our own property, so I would hope so.
Are you having trouble?
Rat problems, huge rat problems.
Oh, rat traps! Oh, jeez. That makes so much more sense.
Unconventional rat trap.
Big, I mean big.
These are extremely smart rats.
Dog-sized rat.
Can I get one of you to make a deception check with advantage?
Sure.
I will help you make your deception.
Whoops.
He just kind of stares at you for a moment uncertainly. Right. Big, unconventional rat traps. I don't have any of those, but I guess I've got wood.
Do you have rope?
Yeah, no, maybe a little. Yeah, sure.
As much rope as you have.
All right. Will 100 feet of hemp do?
Sure, I can make that work.
Okay, and then he kind of turns around and scratches his head and motions towards his. He's got a pile of lumber. Do you need like planks, or do you need like 2x4s, or maybe you need I don't know, some sheets of wood? What do you need?
Yes.
Okay. This is the weirdest order I've ever filled. You know what? I'm not. Okay. Anything else?
Sibylla looks at Subutai.
Do you have any ball bearings?
Ball bearings!
Sure, yeah. Got some of those.
Oh, caltrops?
What?
They're very big
No.
rats.
Little spiky. Step on them.
No.
Do you have nails and a hammer?
Yes.
Good, we can make them.
Oh.
That works.
All right. Oh, you know what? Okay. Anything else?
Do you have any oil?
Lamp oil?
Grease. Anything slippery.
Sleep.
Ideally, not lard. Lard will spoil.
Yeah. Probably not too flammable. Anything slippery. This poor guy.
I thought you were dealing with rats.
Very large, intelligent rat.
So intelligent.
I see. He starts kind of putting together an order for you guys. Did you want to get a bucket too, Subutai? You mentioned that earlier.
And also 2 buckets.
Buckets? Buckets I can do. I've got buckets.
Do you have any cheese?
Cheese? No. I'm a carpenter.
It was worth a try.
He'll put together an order for you guys. Why don't we say all of that comes to about 10 gold?
I will happily pay for that.
How much was it?
10 gold?
10 gold.
I'll split it.
Cool.
And you guys can add, call it 30 pounds of assorted trap making material to somebody's sheet.
I got it.
Do you, though?
Probably not.
I was going to ask you what your strength mod is.
Like -16, 8. Maybe you should do that.
Yeah, okay. Subutai picks up, like, the whole bag of 30 pounds or whatever with, like, 2 fingers on his left hand.
All right. Well, thanks for stopping by. Hope you catch those rats.
It'd be hilarious
Good
if someone
luck.
had said, "What rats?"
All right. Meanwhile, Benoit and Adal, what are you guys doing next?
I guess I'm just like looking through the aisles of the bookstore, book library.
I am going to tell the doll that I'll be back at the second to last home before the assessor gets there, and then leave to go meet the rest of the neighbors.
Where are you heading next?
Work my way. I'm down here, right?
Yeah.
What's over here?
That's
Is that a
just
front or a
somebody's
back?
home.
Okay.
There's only a couple of places that are actually like places.
Shops.
Yeah.
Do I see any children, though, specifically the 3 that I've already met as I'm going?
Make a perception check.
Nah, I see nothing.
Nope. You do see there's a sign outside of the door on this building here, this red one right here. Also, this building over here, which is across from you guys. The building that those 2 went into, there has a sign. This building has a sign.
Okay.
Those are all the buildings with actual signs. The rest seem to be houses.
Well, I'll start with the one nearest the bookshop then.
This one here, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. This unremarkable building is distinguished by an orange and black sign featuring a cat's eyes. It's, the door seems to be locked. The whole place seems to be quiet. The curtains are drawn. Do you want to knock?
I will knock, yes.
Okay. You knock at the door. Oh, sorry. There's a bell that can be rung just beside the door. Would you rather ring the bell or knock?
Yeah, ring the bell if there's a bell.
Yeah. So you ring the bell. It kind of chimes and dings a couple of times. There's a few moments pass by. Eventually, the door, you hear the click of the door unlocking, and it opens, and there's a rather average sized man inside. He's dressed decently. He's got on what you might consider a suit. It's not quite noble attire, but it's certainly upper business or upper merchant class attire. He's got a slim pipe which he's smoking as he greets you at the door. Good afternoon. How can I help you?
Hello, I am Dr. Nicholas Benoit de Donadieu de Ricard. I have come into partial ownership of the second to last home, so I am introducing myself to my new neighbors.
Ah, second to last home. Interesting place, that. Quite the history to it.
So I keep hearing.
Ah, excuse me, where are my manners? Vincent Trench, and he offers a hand to you.
I'll shake it.
He seems slightly awkward and fumbling with his handshake, like he's not really comfortable making a handshake, even though he's the one who offered the gesture in the first place. Pulls his hand away very quickly. Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Benoit Nicholas Benoit.
You may call me Benoit.
Benoit. Pleasure to meet you. Vincent Trench, like I said. Well, this is my home. I guess you could call it a shop. I do a little detective work now and then. Private detective work, investigating things for people as they need.
Ah, intriguing.
Yes.
Well, I shall keep you in mind if we need anything investigated.
I would appreciate that. I am always happy. I work at a discount rate for people in the last alley. You know, there are good people here. Good, fine people.
Oh, yes, I've so far met my closest neighbors and Hat.
Hat. That one. You know, he's good folk. He's a bit strange, but good folk.
He seems, yes, very enthusiastic.
That's a word for him.
Well, I don't want to keep you. I just was introducing myself.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Benoit. And welcome to the neighborhood.
Thank you.
He'll give you a nod and then turn around and head back inside, locking the door behind him.
Okay.
Meanwhile, our pair of miscreants have made their way back to the second to last home. And you're intending to spread traps throughout the second floor and the third floor, I presume?
Yes.
Let's go with a simple dexterity check at advantage from one of you.
What's your idea? You want to go?
Actually, make that an intelligence check. And if one of you has woodworking, I'll let you add that.
Negatory.
Nope.
I have cartographer's tool.
That is not going to be helpful in making traps.
I can steer boats.
Maps, traps, not the same thing.
What if you map your trap?
Yeah.
All right. So you said just straight.
Intelligence at advantage because you're working together. All right. So you set up a couple of simple traps. Takes you probably the better.
I'm actually going to use inspiration on it.
Oh, go for it.
Is that a full reroll or is it just one more die?
You reroll one die. All right. 7 it is. So yeah, you guys
Well,
spent the better part of an hour going through and placing traps on doorways and, like beneath loose floorboards, just doing your best to make these traps reasonable as you can. You kind of have got crappy material to work with in that you've just got really raw materials, so making really good traps is kind of difficult, especially in a short amount of time. But it's fun, and still it gives you a chance to see most of the house while you're busy making traps. So you've at least explored the place a bit. Was there anywhere in particular you guys wanted to go in the house while you're here?
yeah,
Oh,
I wanted to look for any evidence of tunnels leading into or out of the house.
tunnels, so like down in the basement?
Yeah, or around the outside of it.
Okay. Alright, are you gonna help her with that, Subutai, or are you gonna continue working on your traps and your note and stuff while she looks for tunnels?
Subutai will continue working on traps.
Okay.
If Sibylla announces what her intent is, he'll say, "Let me know if you find anything."
Okay. So you make
She
your way
salutes.
make your way around the outside. Make a perception check for me. Yeah, so you make your way around the outside. You don't find any tunnels there. It seems to be reasonably in order. In fact, you're a little surprised. The foundation of the place seems pretty good, actually. The house itself is in pretty shoddy repair. Could fall apart any moment, kind of shoddy repair. But the foundation is pretty strong. Want to make your way in and check the basement?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So you head down to the basement, and let me see here. Somewhere in here, I've got a description of that for you. Oh yeah. So the basement needs work. Pretty heavily needs work. It's dark. It's dirty. It's dingy. Old bricks are moldering with a steady drip of water leaking from the walls. The air is stale and stuffy. There's a ladder leading down into there. It looks questionable, at best. Do you want to descend?
Heck yeah.
All right. Make an acrobatics check. Not a problem. What is it with all you people getting 20s on this ladder?
Aha.
Every single attempt at this ladder has been a natural 20 so far. That is 3 natural 20s on this ladder.
It's the ladder, not the people.
Right?
The ladder just loves us, man.
So you slide your way down the ladder, avoiding some of the what you're pretty sure are going to be broken rungs. Make your way to the bottom. It's dark. It's dingy. You're a half elf. You can see reasonably well. Kind of smells like old wine. There is, by the way, a doorway here in this entrance here. So if you want to look further in, you'll have to go through that doorway. But yeah, you've got it's a basement. You want to look around for your hidden entrances and stuff?
I trust nothing yet.
Okay, go ahead and make another perception check for me. Yeah, you search your way around, go through everything in this main room. You do find back here, there's a little table with brewer supplies on it. They're in really, really shitty shape, but they're usable-ish, kind of, maybe, you think. You don't know. You don't know anything about brewing. So, but they look like they could be usable. This room here seems fine. You open the door to the next room, and it just smells rank, really, really rank, like really rotten grapes, rotten wine, sour. That sour smell of rotting wine. There are 2 large barrels, ton barrels, but they are one of them is cracked and seems to be the source of the wine. The other one is empty and generally in disrepair. You search behind them both. There doesn't seem to be any secret entrances or anything in here.
Okay. I'm satisfied there's no secret tunnel.
Okay. As you turn towards the stairs to leave, the hatch slams shut, sealing you in darkness.
Hey, it's one of those traps.
Well, great. I go absolutely still.
Mm-hmm.
And just sort of autopilot, draw a dagger, just autopilot, and say hello.
There's no reply.
Subutai? This isn't funny. Well, fuck. Can I see it all? If it's pitch black, can I see it?
You can. You have dark vision, so you can see. It's black and white, but you can see shades of gray, really. But
Do I see anything moving?
make a perception check. Nothing. Just you.
I don't hear anything.
No, don't hear anything.
Okay, very, very cautiously, I'm gonna go back and see if I can't get back up and out.
Okay. You're gonna have to climb that ladder again and bypass some of those
Mhm.
rungs. It's gonna be an athletics check this time because you're going up.
Oh, good. I'm so good at those. I have a -1 athletics skill.
That's fine. You start to climb the ladder, and one of the rungs cracks and breaks in your hand, and you fall back down to the ground. You do hear a squeak, squeak somewhere down here with you.
No, you've broken the 20 ladder.
I know. Just a squeak squeak though, nothing like.
Yeah, it sounds like a
Is
rat.
it just a rat? Okay, alright.
Like, super familiar sound for you. Sounds like a
Just
rat.
yeah, rat. Well, okay. So I'm gonna look up and just yell for Subutai as loud as I can.
Okay. You yell as loud as you can.
All right.
Nope, you don't hear anything though.
Oh, great. I'm guessing I can't just keep rolling until I get out. That's not.
You can try.
-1 athletics. All
You
right.
can absolutely try again if you'd like. Yeah, you managed this time. You managed to climb up the ladder. One of the rungs cracks under your hand again, but you slide about a rung down. Manage to climb up a little higher. You reach the top, where the hatch is. Try to push it out of the way. It's held fast, like somebody has moved like a heavy trunk on top of it.
Okay, so I'm gonna brace my boots on the against the uprights on the ladder and just start banging with like my fist as hard as I can on the underside of the trap.
Okay, you start banging on it. Do you want to try and open it, or are you just trying to make noise?
I'm making noise
Okay,
primarily.
cool. Yeah, cool.
I have noodle arms.
Yeah, that's true. Meanwhile, Adal, are you still just looking around the bookstore?
Yeah, pretty much just trying to find as much as I can to try to use as teaching material.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of books here on all manner of topics. It might be difficult to use as teaching material, like it's not textbooks.
Oh yeah.
But there's books, lots and lots and lots of books.
Like,
honestly,
I want to look at the history of the country and then
okay,
some basic
so
combat thing.
You're looking for history of Feldrun books.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make an investigation check. You do find a couple of books. They're mostly essays or like written. They're storybooks more than they are actual history books. Their reliability is questionable, but you do find probably 2 or 3 different books that are purport to be the history of parts of Feldrun.
Make sure to hold on to the story and those books.
Do you want to purchase them, or Each of them costs. Hat will sell them to you for 5 gold each, or lend them to you for 3 gold each.
I'll buy them for the 5 gold each.
Okay, so 15
Poor Hat.
for and he seems super disappointed when you decide to buy. He's like, are you sure? Because like you could just lend them to you.
I'll do the lending route.
Oh, good, great, yes, excellent, wonderful,
The
that's
guild
great.
trip got me.
Just keep them for a few weeks, bring them back in a few weeks. That'd be great. Can I just get your mark? Can I get you to sign right here, just so I can keep tabs on who's got which of my books?
Yes, I'll sign.
Oh, that's great.
How much does the total change again?
Almost as much as buying them.
Almost. But he'll let you borrow them for up to a month.
That's enough time to get through each book for each kid. Or for the kids.
If they can read.
I mean, should actually look for a book to teach how to read it, right?
Mm.
I should get to that next.
Meanwhile, Benoit, shall I head back to the other map for you?
Yeah. Working my way down and around.
Okay, so you're gonna head to the... Which one did you want to go to next?
Oh, I was like, why does that look different? Because I was scrolled too high. I was here, so I'm gonna work my way around like this side of the street towards. Was it further down that there were more shops, right?
Yeah, so the next shop down would probably be this one here, which is the Bent Nail.
Okay, I'll check out the Bent Nail.
Yeah, so you head inside and you do see, it's that same place that they just were a moment ago, and inside you see the carpenter Tally is seated at his bench working on something. He's got some carving knives out now, and he's busy kind of carving out whatever he's working on. And as you enter, he kind of looks up and gives a wave. Ah, hi, welcome, good afternoon. It is still afternoon, yeah, still afternoon. Good to see you. Welcome. How can I help you, sir?
Hello. Yes, I've just come into partial ownership of the second to last home, and I was introducing myself to the neighbors.
Aha! Welcome to the welcome to the neighborhood.
Thank you. I am Benoit de Ricard.
I'm Tally Feldrun, local carpenter and generally nice guy. How can I help you, sir?
Oh, didn't need anything right now. Just wanted to make myself known.
Oh,
Although,
yeah,
do you know of some children who play around in the neighborhood?
oh, there's plenty of children in this neighborhood.
I believe their names were Nat, Jenks, and Squidly.
Nat, Jenks, and Squidly. Oh, that's that trio of rapscallions. Yeah, I know them.
Do they live around here?
Well, at least 2 of them do. I'm not sure about the 3rd. Nat's mother lives, not sure exactly which house is theirs. And Jenks lives here too. Squidly, I have no idea where that boy's from.
Oh, they introduced themselves on our first day here, so just was
Bet they
curious.
did. I'm sorry for any trouble they may have caused you, but, well, I guess they're just part of the local color.
Children will be children. It's good that they enjoy themselves while they can.
That's one take on it. Not mine, but, to each their own, I suppose.
Well, I will not keep you from your work. Thank you for taking the time.
Oh, it's no trouble. Come back anytime. I've got, mostly furniture. A couple of weapons, but, if you need some furniture, you need some woodworking done, I'm happy to help.
We might. We're looking to renovate the second to last home we're
Second to
having.
last home. You know, you mentioned that, and it just went right over my head. That's that old tavern just on the other side of the block.
It is, yes.
Man,
it's
that
not
place
in
is
that
a
great
dump.
shape.
Sorry, I'm being rude. It's in terrible condition. I would not be surprised if you needed a lot of work and furniture. I'd be happy to supply some of that for you if, when the time comes.
We're having an assessor look over it this evening, and
That is such a good idea. And the assessor probably will be able to put you in contact with the right guilds to help you too. They're really, really valuable.
but if we can get anything locally sourced, I will certainly keep you in mind.
Most of us local workers are still members of the guilds, and you'd have to go through them anyways. It's just the way things are done.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Prevents, competition being run out
Favoritism.
of town, favoritism,
Right.
strong arming, that kind of thing. Keeps prices right, too, It's good for you.
I certainly understand that.
Right.
I'll
Well,
take my leave.
it's good to meet you. Have a wonderful evening.
You as well.
Soup time, what are you up to?
How's the progress on traps?
Yeah, I mean, you made pretty good progress. You got most of them laid by now. You got your silver out. Probably about time to write that note and get it set up.
All right. Subutai is going to get started on that. How long has it been since Sibylla went missing?
Not that long, like 5-10 minutes.
Whatever. She's fine.
Yeah, I'm sure she's fine.
So Subutai is going to go ahead and fish around and look for anything that can be written upon. That is like scraps of.
Make an investigation check.
Well,
Yeah, you scrounge around for a bit. All you find is like the scraps of wood that you guys bought.
I'm gonna go look in my stuff. Hold on. What the hell is in an explorer's pack? Yeah, same. Checking now.
Backpack, bedroll, mess kit, tinderbox, 10 torches, 10 days of rations, and a water skin. Also 50 feet of rope.
None of which is useful.
No.
So Subutai wastes some time looking through all his crap. At which point he discovers he doesn't have anything worthwhile. At least not for this. So he's going to go ahead and just head back downstairs and then start fishing around down there looking for stuff to write on.
Rather.
He's going to yell. He's going to ask Sibylla where she's at and ask her if she's got anything to write.
Can I hear him?
No.
Okay. Well, Subutai will then spend some time looking around trying to find Sibylla now that she's completely MIA.
Okay, Sibylla, it's been about 2 minutes since you started knocking on that. What do you want to do?
So after about 2 minutes, I'm going to drop that tactic and climb or hop back down the ladder. And I just want to sit down on the floor with my dagger in my lap and just sit very, very still with my hands on my knees and just see what happens.
Okay. You hear some squeaking rats. Subutai, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Sorry, trying to find the window. Well,
I'm gonna die.
Top score.
Subutai, you make your way towards, because Sibylla said she was going to head down into the basement, right, Sibylla?
Yeah, outside and downstairs.
Yeah. So you head to the basement, and you see the hatch is closed, and it looks like it hasn't been opened recently. She probably doesn't come this way.
Okay, he turns around.
Yeah. Maybe she's outside.
That's entirely possible.
She
So
looks
he
like
heads
she can look
outside,
at.
and he's
Yeah.
gonna look around, and then actually, there's also that guy like right across the street. The car.
This one here.
Yeah.
It's actually a clothing merchant. It's a woman.
Oh, okay. Tsubutai is gonna walk up and say, "Hello. Do you have anything I can possibly write upon
Huh? Oh
that I
wow.
can buy?"
You're tall.
I'm also your neighbor. Hello.
I thought the two lords were my neighbor.
Yes, us too.
Oh.
There's also a small half-elven woman who is kind of weak. There's also another weakish woman
Jesus.
who is
Wow.
with us.
She starts
Very
Sounds
short,
like
very
it is.
good at punching people.
She starts getting this kind of like indignant look on her face as you describe two women as weak. Doesn't say anything, but then you start saying she's good at punching people, and she just kind of squints a little. Sorry, you needed something to write with?
And upon, yes, ideally.
And upon. I've got something. One moment. She heads inside, comes back out with a scrap of cloth and an ink pen. What does this do?
That will be absolutely sufficient, yes. And he's gonna give her like 2
To what?
silver.
Ah, okay. She kind of eyes it for a moment, eyes you back. This is more than enough, but thank you.
My name is Subutai von Maxwell. I'm a Khan of the Horse Lord.
Oh, from the Nakle?
Exactly.
Ah, it is a pleasure to meet you. I am Alexander Monet.
And he looks around, and are there like clothing and cloth wares?
Yeah, she's got like racks of clothing and such.
I assume you are a tailor or a merchant.
A tailor, yes.
I may ask you to make some hoods for children at some point. Are you familiar with the 3 children who cavort about here? And
There's a lot of children.
a deaf one.
Nat.
Yes, that one.
Squidly. And.
Yes, not
I think
Squidly,
Jax.
and
I know them.
yes, they've been spending time in and around our place and have volunteered to become educated.
Volunteer.
Yes,
This does not sound like that.
it's the kind of education they are interested in.
I see. Well, if you ask me to make things and I have the measurements, I will do so.
It's likely they will show up at some point during the day. If I bring them over here, will you be able to gain any measurements that you... Good. And about how much do you think it would be?
For a pair of, for a trio, I suppose, of cloaks? Not too much. A few silver.
Excellent. I will try to make sure we bring them to you before nightfall.
Oh, today? Alright.
He just looks at her like that was implied.
Okay.
The cloaks do not need to be ready by the end of the day. However, there's no reason to stall getting the measure.
I understand. Is there anything else I can do for you?
That should be it. Thank you. It is a pleasure to meet you.
And you?
He clanks back into the house.
Which floor? First floor, second floor?
The second floor. He's gonna go write his note.
Okay. Adele, anything you want to do?
I think he's AFK.
So yes. Benoit?
That's all the shops on the.
There's two more. There's this one here, and there's the one with the green roof, which is actually a greenhouse. It's a glass roof.
Okay, well, I'll go here since I'm over down here.
Sure.
Does it have an entrance in the back, or is it just in the front? Because I noticed there's like a storefront in the front.
Yeah, there's entrances on both sides. The main entrance is certainly over here, but there is definitely an entrance in the alley.
Is it a weapon shop?
It is. Smoke billows from the heavy chimney of this indoor forge, and the sound of heavy hammer falls echoes from every window. Within, a pair of men stand amidst the smoke, working tirelessly at the anvil in the center to fold and bend some piece of metal together. As you enter, one of them calls out, "Just a moment!" It's a bit of a long moment, with the heavy hammer falls continuing, but eventually one of them picks up what looks to be, I don't know, maybe it's a bowl of some kind, except it looks like a bowl that's made of armor, so that doesn't make any sense. But he picks it up and he takes it off to a barrel full of oil, and as he sticks it in, it squeals and squeaks, and he props it on a stick crosswise across the barrel and just leaves it in the oil like that. The man who isn't busy putting that in steps towards you. He's a somewhat tall man. He's about your height. Little heavier set than you. He's got a mustache on his lips, and he comes up and greets you. "Hello, welcome to Arm & Hammer. How can I help you?"
Love that name. My name is Dr. Nicholas Benoit Thanadou de Ricard, and I am your new neighbor.
Welcome. My name is Emmerich Armand, and this is my husband, Avi. I do not mind that he is a fire genasi. It is irrelevant. Welcome. We are, at your service.
I recently took part ownership of the second to last home.
Place? Ha! I'm surprised they could get anyone to buy it.
I've been hearing a lot of that.
I think it is haunted, you know.
I've heard that as well. Do you know who or what haunts it?
Oh, well, children, certainly. They go to play there all the time.
I have met them.
Ah, good.
Think I can put up with a few children here and there.
Well, that is good. We have many of them here on Last Alley. At least 10, 20, maybe 30.
Oh my.
Probably not. I wouldn't know. Avi and I do not keep track. Not exactly a thing we are interested in.
Do you know if any of the children are apprenticed or getting any education?
Ah, well, there is one boy who has come and asked us to apprentice him. He is not yet strong enough, but we have given him some tasks to go and get stronger so that we could teach him.
Ah, then your shop should be in good hands.
Yes, we thought so.
It's good to see towards the future. My associate suggested that we open up a school of sorts in the second to last home.
A school? Huh, what a strange idea.
I thought so, but it seems worth pursuing, at least.
Seems like it will not make you any money.
There is that, yes.
My boy, this is the arts district. Nobody here is wealthy. Well enough, but not wealthy. I mean, you're wealthy. You know, you look like a nobleman. You say you have a name like a nobleman. You understand wealthy. No one here is wealthy like that.
That's why we would not be doing it for money, but to enrich the youth, for they are the future.
The youth. A free school. By the nobles? This is, you are pulling my leg.
Well, it will be probably some months before it can be set up, but we shall see if we are able to do it.
You're serious?
I am. And I had thought to perhaps operate a free clinic out of the back. I am a doctor.
You're serious?
Right?
Huh. Well, if you need any tools, any metal instruments, weapons, armors, shields, we can sell them.
I keep that in mind. One of my associates may be interested in your wares. He is quite the... And he just trails off.
Yes, well, I'm certain that Avi and I can provide whatever you need. If it is made of metal, we can make it.
Excellent. And you do seem to do excellent work as I look over the walls of their wares.
Yeah, and I mean, it does, at least to the best of your knowledge, look fine. You're not exactly a warrior. You don't know what good weapons necessarily look like, but they look practical rather than expensive and shiny.
And honestly, Benoit would say they look excellent even if they didn't, because that's just the thing you do when in someone's shop.
Right. Well,
It was a pleasure to meet you both. I don't want to keep you too long from your work.
It was no trouble. You are welcome back anytime.
Thank you.
Have a pleasant day.
Pleasant day to you.
Meanwhile, down in the deep dark basement, the sound of squeaking rats is your only reply to the silence of sitting still.
So by this point, I have pulled the cork out of the bottle and I'm having some wine in the basement on the floor. And the wine I brought with me, not the nasty bad wine. And as I'm drinking the wine, I just sigh and quietly say to the darkness, "You don't want us here, do you?"
There's no reply.
So after a while, after a few minutes, I cork the wine, try climbing the ladder again. I'm gonna try pushing this time with no expectation that it will work.
Make an athletics check.
Huh.
To push up, and you can sense, like, for a brief moment, the hatch starts to give, and then it's like someone realized that you were trying to open the hatch, and it slams shut again. Subutai, can you make a perception check? Subutai?
Subutai is just going to write his note.
Can you make a perception check? Sorry.
Oh, gotcha.
You do hear what sounds like a door slamming shut downstairs.
He's going to head over to where it's at.
So you'll head back outside and then back in through the front door?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you head inside. Make an investigation check. Adele, what are you up to at the moment? Now that you've got your books.
I'm probably gonna start heading back to the inn while kind of like glancing through the books.
Okay, yeah. So you make your way back into the inn, like right behind Subutai. You two both enter the first floor at about the same time. And Subutai, you step in and you kind of look around. You suspect that noise you heard. Well, it's kind of hard to pinpoint, but maybe it came from somewhere in the kitchen area.
Okay. Subutai is going to head into the kitchen.
And Adal, you see him looking a bit perplexed, heading towards the kitchen. To read your books.
Yep.
Yeah, Subutai, you head into the kitchen. Sibylla, do you want to try again?
Yeah, that pissed me off. So, like, I think I would have felt that, right? That something pushed back down on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It
so
was definitely like you started to open it and then somebody shoved it back down.
yeah, okay. So at this point, I am just cursing a blue streak, literally cursing like a sailor, and as best as I can, like trying to like throw my shoulder up against it from a really awkward position.
Yeah, it is awkward too, but go ahead and make an athletics check. You slam into it. Subutai, just as you get into there, you see that that hatch rattles a bit.
Subutai notices this, goes, huh, and proceeds to go over and try and open it.
Make an athletics check. Well, I'll tell you, it's like it's being sealed shut, like somebody's sitting on it or maybe holding it from beneath. And as you lean against it, yeah, it's really weird. There's some kind of heavy weight on it. Maybe somebody's holding it from beneath. Maybe inside Sibylla is just dangling from the hatch. Just a heavy weight on that hatch.
Okay. Subutai is just gonna be like, Sibylla, are you hanging on to that?
Why the fuck would I be hanging on to the hatch?
Perception check.
Oh yeah, hey, that's okay, true.
Yeah, you can hear him through it.
Okay, then I snap back. Why the fuck would I be hanging from the hatch?
I don't know. People do strange things.
Can you just open the door?
I tried. It was very heavy.
You're shitting me.
No.
Nothing's on it. I'm.
There's nothing on it.
So we bought a haunted house. Great.
I don't think we paid for it.
Well, we have a haunted house. I can't get out of here.
Okay, let me try again. Back away from the door.
Okay, so I hop back down the ladder and back away.
So first Subutai is gonna try and give it, an oomph. Let's do the reasonable thing first.
An athletics check.
Oh no.
As you try to open it again, moment here. Really need to adjust the map here, but this will do for now.
I'm small.
Small.
Billa, you remember that squeaking you've been hearing?
I do remember that squeaking.
Yeah, sorry, one moment. I'm trying to get a token up.
It's a rocking chair.
There we go. Yeah, it's not a rocking chair. And Subutai, go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh no, the rocking chair's attacking. Don't get blood on our floor.
You know, if that's the worst thing we have to clean up in this house.
Alrighty. You should be the 17.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll initiative.
Heck, I wasn't selected.
That's alright.
Yeah, I always forget to do that.
Boy, I rolled like shit for that. What you see, Sibylla, is this just massive pile of rats comes pouring out of one of the barrels in the other room.
Oh.
It's just a hideous swarm of them, like a whole knot of those stupid rats come pouring out and start squeaking their way towards you.
Let's not drink that barrel.
You're up. What do you want to do?
I am. Are the walls stone or wood?
They are neither. They're worked earth, really heavily packed earth.
Cool. So I have in my. Oh, I don't have any way to start a fire, do I?
Mm-hmm.
Crap. Okay, let me ask you this. I have a pipe that I bought. Oh, wait, I have a tinderbox. I am going to toss oil on the floor at them, like at the rats,
Mm-hmm.
and light a piece of string, I guess, with my tinderbox and like try and light the oil on fire.
So you're going to pull out some oil and toss it on the floor. That'll be your object interact, and then you're going to use an action to pull out your tinderbox.
Yup, and try and light the oil on fire.
Yeah, you'll have to light it next turn, but you can do that pretty easily next turn.
Cool, that's fine. That's a lot of rats.
Sure. So we'll put some oil like here-ish, just between you and the rats.
Yeah, great.
Big puddle of oil there. Subutai.
All right. Does he hear any of the interesting going on down?
No.
All right. He's getting annoyed at this thing, so he's going to pull out his hammer. And he's going to do what you do with a hammer.
Yeah. Hammer time. Go ahead and don't worry about making an attack roll. Just roll damage, right? I guess it'll make you roll an attack roll, but yeah. So you hit for 8 damage. You slam the hammer down into this hatch, and it groans a little. It cracks a little. It's going to take a couple more hits to tear it out, though. Sibylla, you do hear above you this heavy whoomp. And then the rats, who are all too happy to just walk straight through this oil, getting it all in their fur.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, they're oily now, but they are.
Hey, I'll take it.
This burns the house down.
They start like climbing up onto you, trying to bite at you. Hey, what's your AC?
Ugh. AC is 14.
Yeah, they hit you. 7 piercing damage as they just bite all through your clothes and your armor and into your skin.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Nightmare fuel.
Unfortunate. And Adal, you also just heard that heavy whump. Is that going to draw you out of your book, or are you still just nose down?
It's gonna draw me out of my book, but I'm
Alright.
gonna shout over to Subata wondering what the hell's going on.
Okay, hold on one moment here. Let's get you over here. I assume you're reading like off in a corner or something. Go ahead and roll initiative. Your token is on the map. Alright, perfect. So Sibylla, you're up. You're covered in rats.
Okay. So I'm gonna try and light the rats on fire. That's a sentence I just said.
Okay. I'm gonna have you make. Let's just go a straight dexterity check to try and light it while you're being bitten.
Okay. I accidentally closed the thing. Hold
Don't do that.
on. You said dex check?
Dexterity check. Problem. You get your tinderbox going and you get a piece of kindling lit. You want to drop it in the oil?
I'm gonna drop it on the rats.
I mean, they're covering.
Oh, they're on me.
You, yeah.
Shit. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna do something probably stupid, but I don't know what else to do. So I'm gonna toss it in the oil, and then can I bonus action to like roll across it?
Yeah, you can try and do that. You want to just roll through?
I mean, this is
to try
probably
and drop the rats off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can try to do that. I'll tell you what. Make a. So you do. First off, you drop that tinderbox right into the oil, and it just instantly starts going up in flames. The rats are squeaking noisily and angrily. One of them does just catch, and it's like screeching in pain. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw. If you could, roll 3d6.
Okay, how do I do this?
Slash roll 3d6 in roll 20. You take 3 fire damage as you roll through the fire, which is significantly less than you could have. The rats do drop off you. You wind up, I'll just put you right over here. The rats are in the fire and seem to be potentially starting to burn. Maybe, if you're lucky.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, not a great situation. Subutai, I'll just ask you what's going on.
Subutai says, I can hear Sibylla screaming, and attacks the floor again.
Nice. Go ahead and make another hammer attack. Oh yeah, 10 more damage. Whoa! This time the boards crack and creak. You can definitely see one more good solid hit's going to get you through that door. Whatever. Adal.
Okay. Guess I'll quickly start moving over there. I think this is as close as I can get for this turn, so end my turn there.
You can take a dash action if you want to move further. You can move another 30 feet.
Yeah, I'll do that.
You want to say anything, or are you good there?
I'm good there.
So Dahl rushes over, starts looking around, trying to figure out what's going on. Meanwhile, Sibylla, go ahead and roll me another 3d6.
Great.
Slash comes first. There you go. The rats, starting their turn in the fire and on fire, continue to take some damage, but they seem disinclined to take as much damage as you would like them to. They do immediately just start crawling right back onto you out of the oil. Some of them are burning as they crawl up you. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw. As they bring that fire over, you get a little bit of a singe yourself because they're now literally rats on fire on you. You take another.
Great.
You take another 5 fire damage yourself. They continue trying to bite you, but you manage to like beat them off, make them back off of biting you. So none of them manage to land any solid bites to your skin. That also means those rats are no longer on fire. But hey, you could roll back through the fire next turn. Speaking of, your
No,
turn.
I'm good on that now. I'm just gonna start slashing, stabbing, daggers.
Yeah. Okay.
How does that work on like a?
On a what?
Well, it's like a swarm of them, right?
Yeah, you can just start stabbing at random rats, and I'll deal with how that applies.
All right, cool. So, yeah. So I'm just gonna.
Go for it. Yeah, not a problem. You managed to skewer one rat quite neatly and half stab into another one. You send it flying across the room. They squeak in pain and anger. Good news.
Yay.
Bad news. There's still a lot of rats there. Subutai.
Subutai is going to engage in remodel.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's destructive renovation.
Do me a favor, Subutai.
Sure.
Oh, hold on, I gotta double check something. Aha, here we go. Make a strength check. So as you start to slam your hammer, there's a brief moment where you get pushed back a step. It throws off your swing. You catch yourself and then step forward and swing again, and then with a loud crash, Sibylla, the hatch just collapses into the room, and you can see light, dirty light, but light streaming in from the floor above. Subutai, smoke billows out from the hatch towards you, and you can see below licks of flame and a bunch of scurrying somethings. It's hard to tell. It's kind of far down there, and it's very dark, even with the flame, because it's not a very good flame.
How far down does it seem like it is?
It's maybe 15 feet.
Whatever. Subutai is going to make for the ladder, and he's going to get down about to like human height if he can, and then he's just going to jump off.
Make an acrobatics check.
Well,
this ladder is not
There it
great,
goes.
and as you start to try and make your way down the ladder and jump off, One of the cross beams just collapses beneath your weight, and you just slide the whole rest of the way down. 2 bludgeoning damage as you hit the ground at the base of the ladder, and you are prone.
Okay. Can I use the back half of my movement to stand?
Yes.
I do that.
Yeah, you stand back up. That ladder may not hold your weight to get back up, but hey, at least the hatch is out of the way now. That ends your turn, Adal.
I guess I should head down there too.
You wanna climb back down that ladder?
Let's see if I can keep that record of not hurting.
Yeah, make an acrobatics check at disadvantage. Yeah, you also start to slide down the ladder and realize that there's rungs missing, and it's going to be real hard to do.
You land on Subutai.
You take 5 bludgeoning damage as you land on Subutai. You are both prone.
Stupid basement.
My record.
And the rats. Oh, yes.
This is gonna hurt.
Ooh.
Well,
So, yeah, Allie, they start biting and gnawing at you, getting underneath your clothes and through your armor.
Oh.
You take 15 piercing damage as several of these rats bite you.
Cool. I'm
Sorry,
unconscious.
wait, I lied. That's too much. It is 7 piercing damage.
7. I am still unconscious.
You two fallen on the floor. You look up just as Sibylla collapses under the weight of this mass of rats.
On fire.
Sibylla, I need you to make a death saving throw.
This is my first one ever of these. Okay.
Yeah.
It's from rats and self-inflicted fire. This is stupid. Okay. Oh, that's good, right?
It is, yeah. You succeeded on 1 save.
Oh, hey, it marked it automatically. Cool.
So, one moment. I need to remind myself of my new rules for this.
Oh yeah.
You are
Fun times.
dying.
It's ridiculous.
Here we go. You are dying. You can use your action to attack, cast a cantrip, use an item, dash, disengage, or hide. You automatically fail strength and dexterity saving throws. You are prone. Attack rolls against you have advantage, and at the end of your turn you must make death save. Oh, sorry, that should have been at the end of your turn. But you can still use your action to attack, cast a cantrip, use an item, dash, disengage, or hide.
I'm gonna disengage.
Okay. So you disengage. Remember, you are currently prone as well.
I disengage.
And
Yeah,
do
so...
you want to move?
Yeah, back toward the guys.
Yeah, so spend half your move standing up, and then you can move 15 feet after that, right?
Can she stand up while dying?
Yes. So go ahead and move yourself 15 feet. That does put you passing through the fire, though.
Can I go, around it?
No, because you put it in the doorway.
Okay, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go back this way.
Okay, so you're going to head towards the barrels of wine and alcohol.
Well... Hell. I swear to God, if this character dies because of rats, I'm gonna be so sad. Yeah, I'm just gonna duck back around the corner, I guess. I mean, it's that or fire, so sure.
Yeah, you duck around the corner. Subutai.
So Subutai is going to stand up, heaving a doll off of him into the wall.
Not a problem. That's half your move.
At which point, is there any amount of rat that is visible to Subutai?
Yeah, there's a whole horde of them right over here, just the other side of the fire.
Meet my friend!
How far away is that horde of rat?
They're on the map.
Oh, I see that.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so Subutai gets to be Nya.
Ah, you have ranged weapon, or reach weapon.
I do.
Reach over the fire.
In fact, I have only reach weapons.
Yeah. Reach across that fire and try and kill those rats if you want.
Since I have the Lucerne out, it's time to play whack-a-mole, but rats that are on fire.
Go for it. Yeah, that hits. And in fact, you smash those rats up good. Like several of them just go completely splat beneath your hammer.
Okay. He's gonna eye those rats for just a second. Do they look like they're still hanging on, or have they started dispersing?
There's still a couple of them left, yeah, that are looking a little aggressive and mean.
Fuck them.
Go for it. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! You
Nice.
slam your hammer down a second time, catching like 3 of the rats beneath the hammer's head. The few rats that are left all scurry into the darkness, quickly running away. You're pretty sure there's no more rats. Adal,
Bonus.
go ahead. Yep, you can regain some hit points.
Oh. Let's get rid of this fire situation. Some prestige.
You utter the words of your prestidigitation, and instantly the fire is gone.
I can't see.
And yeah, it is now very dark down here. You are likely to be eaten by a group or a rat.
It's a good thing I can still see. It's great.
Was not expecting the Zork reference today.
And never pass up an opportunity for Zork.
Just get up. That's half my movement there.
Still smoky in here too, by the way.
I'll move about there, I guess. I don't really have a bonus action I can use, so I guess that's it.
Okay. Sibylla, you are still dying.
I am still dying. Do I need to do another save?
You will at the end of your turn. You still have a full turn.
Okay. Any more sign of rats?
Make a perception check. Mercifully, the rats seem to have scurried back into whatever hole they came in through.
Okay, so I am just leaning heavily against the wall. Obviously not in great shape. And can I see a doll from here?
Yeah, you can just see him starting to poke his nose in.
Help.
Yeah. Subutai.
Has been
make that save, please.
Death saving, yeah. Sweet.
It's good.
Wait, you're conscious and making death save?
Yeah, we've got a new rule, last stand.
Oh,
Yeah, this is interesting.
Must have missed that one. I'll go look for it.
So that people don't get bored or feel frustrated when they get knocked out. They can still do stuff, but it does risk them dying faster.
Oh.
Here's the last of the rules.
I will no help you. We haven't leveled yet, but haven't changed up my spells.
The doctor's out.
Yeah, you made me.
Ironic that the healer isn't here.
Of course
All
he's
right.
not.
It's your turn, Adal, right?
Yep.
Oh, it is mine?
Turn.
Okay. Subutai is going to move probably at about half-ish speed because he can't fucking see.
Yeah.
But he's going to try and get up next to Sibylla. He's just going to sort of follow the half-elf blood.
There's a lot of that.
Yeah, and as soon as I see you, I would like reach out so you can feel where I am.
Okay. At which point, he's actually going to hold his action and say, Adal, give me light.
Adult.
And cast
Which is
light.
what he's holding his action for.
Cast light. Alright, you can see, Subutai, there's light.
Alright.
Right. Sterile.
When that happens, he's going to do his very best to try and patch up Sibylla's injury.
I wish I could help.
So, Adal, the moment you see Sibylla in the light, a quiet voice whispers in your ear. This is the way of things. The natural way of life and death.
Whatever, that chicken ate my ass.
Ooh.
Ugh.
Help her. Help her. Help her journey on to the next. Anyways, what were you doing, Subutai?
Subutai is trying to patch up her injuries as best he can. He's familiar with field dressings.
You trained in medicine.
No.
Okay, you can make a medicine check, but you are at disadvantage. Yeah.
I tried!
Like, you stare down at her and there's just bites everywhere. And like, your field medicine says tourniquet, except how do you tourniquet everything? Oh, maybe tourniquet the... No, not the neck. That's bad. That's bad. How do you tourniquet everything? Yeah. Adal, you still have a bonus action and a movement left. Do you want to do anything with those?
I don't have anything to really go off of that unless I want a hexo.
Sure, that's fine. I mean, do you want to...
Yeah, let's don't.
You could hex her. Do you want to hex her?
No,
I don't.
no.
You know, I mean, you can help her
Please,
pass
no.
on to the next, right? It's up to you.
I don't think that would actually do anything though, because death save's not an ability score tied.
Adele's just completely conflicted with everything. He's out of it.
Okay. Sibylla, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna sit down.
Already sitting down.
I am already sitting down.
You could drink some wine.
Actually,
Replace that blood.
the thought actually did occur to me. Yeah, so
Go-
I'm probably
go
gonna
faster.
try. Yeah, but I don't know if I know that. I'm gonna try and get the cork out of the bottle and look up and say, "Can we get out of here, please? Now?"
Yeah, you start fumbling with the bottle, manage to get the cork out, ask to get taken out of here. Make another death save.
You're delirious, help me.
Whoops. Sorry. Whoops.
Oh no, you want to unclick one of those.
You can unclick all of them because that's no longer how it works. You, however, have gained one
Okay.
level of exhaustion.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Subutai. She's opened a bottle of wine and is drinking.
I'm upset, okay?
Subutai is actually okay with this. He's seen this particular reaction to death several times before. So he's just gonna keep on trying.
Another medicine disadvantage. Man, there's just blood everywhere. How do you fix blood everywhere? It's very disconcerting.
He doesn't understand how people just die like this.
Right, and like if these were sword injuries, you'd know what to do, but they're like little bite marks. Yeah.
Is there any like smoke from the fire coming out of the basement?
No, because the doll put it out before it really got like heavily smoky. A brief patch
Okay, that's
would
fair.
have come out. But,
Subutai does bellow at a doll. Help me, you idiot!
yeah, but a doll, there's still that voice in your head. Help her. Help her pass on to the next. The natural order of death and life. The journey must continue.
Rob, are you in the building?
No, I'm in the greenhouse.
Damn it.
Dust.
You gonna do it, doll?
so good. I'm so conflicted right now because
Yeah.
of everything.
Wanna just not do anything?
And he's just doesn't know what to do. He's kind of like holding back against
A doll
actually
looks stoned,
doing the deed.
Subutai. As you glance at him, you realize he just looks stoned. Sibylla.
I'm going to take a deep breath, pop the cork back in the bottle, and tell Subutai, help me, let's get out of here. And try and stand up.
Yeah, you can stand. It's not, impossible. It's just, you start to get kind of tired. Go make another save.
Oh no.
Gain another level of exhaustion if you would.
Oh no.
Subutai, you watch as she kind of pushes to her feet. She wobbles a bit. Looks like she might collapse any moment.
Sit down. I have to stop the bleeding.
From where?
Subutai has pulled out just anything that is in his pack. He's pulled out one of his sets of common clothes, because I have two.
Yeah.
And is just straight up using them to he is wrapping up the injuries, applying pressure to anything that looks bad. He looks over at Adal and says, "Help me with this, or it will be her blood on your hands, and then your blood on my."
Back to threatening the nobles, I see. Yeah.
He does not deal well with incompetence.
I'm noticing that.
I see that.
Medicine check at disadvantage.
Medicine check? You mean Eldritch Blast?
Hey, there you go. It takes you a bit, but you manage to tear up that set of common clothes. Go ahead and remove it from your sheet. And turn it into makeshift bandages. Sibylla, you are now covered in bandages, but although you're very tired, Subutai manages to stop the bleeding. You are stable.
How much do you weigh?
Oh, okay. Me?
Yeah, with all your gear.
Oh, that was a dumb question. Hold on. Let me see. 125, not counting my gear. And then with gear, I've got 50 pounds of gear. 48
Easy.
pounds.
He just picks you up.
Yeah, I'm not huge.
Yeah, you're well within his you're well within his half speed move. He just picks you up and then sort of makes a backpack out, like, you know, the sort of thrown over the back, like put the arms around the neck.
Yoda, yeah.
And he looks at a doll and proceeds to push past him towards.
Dull, as he pushes past you, that voice just seems to fade.
Adele's just gonna drop to his knees, freak the fuck out.
Yeah, Sibylla just kind of gives this dazed, like, what the fuck, man, kind of look.
Subutai, go ahead and make an athletics check. That's a lot of extra weight. You're into slightly encumbered, right?
Yeah. So
Okay.
it should be half move.
Yeah, so it's half move. Make an athletics check to try and climb the ladder. I'm not going to give you disadvantage, but I'm going to slightly increase the DC.
Here we go.
Yeah, it's
Thank
not
God.
a problem though. You managed to climb your way up the ladder and reach that first floor again.
And I lay the bloody mess that was once Sibylla on the bar.
Sibylla, it is the most uncomfortable bar you have ever laid on, and yet you think you might live.
Awesome.
If you can get some sleep.
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe some
All
more
right.
wine. Wine might be good.
Wine sounds just super right now.
I'm gonna at this point switch back to Benoit for a moment.
Hooray! True, the greenhouse.
Yeah. So you want to make your way to that greenhouse, right?
That's the last place on the list. Yep.
That is a stately 3-story townhouse with a bubbling red bottle on the sign. The third floor is naught but windows, a greenhouse that stands tall in the sunlight. During the day, its translucent glass walls reveal a dizzying rainbow of colors from all the many flowers blossoming within. You do see there is a woman up there amongst those flowers. Maybe a half-elf? She's got pointed ears, very similar to Sibylla's, and she's currently just kind of working among the flowers, watering them, trimming them.
Is there, like, she's on the second floor, you said? Or third floor? Is there an entrance that leads up there, or is there like a bell? Okay, well, I'll go inside if it's open. Excellent. Hello, I am Dr. Nicholas Benoit Donadieu de Ricot, and I am your new neighbor. I recently was received a share of the second to last home across the street. Thank you. You run a greenhouse here? Ah. Do you carry medicinal herbs? Excellent. Excellent. I think that I may be a familiar face here. In my duties as a doctor, I do need quite a variety of herbs. No, I merely wanted to stop in and say hello, greet the neighbors. Thank you. I think that I will like being here. This is a very nice alley so far. Now that's a strange statement. I say out of character. Can I insight on that?
Please.
That is good to know. Wouldn't want criminals living in the neighborhood. But it was a pleasure to meet you. Thank you. Definitely be back. Have a good day.
And he's turning around and he's like, you can see he's taking in air as he is about to step towards the. At which point he immediately says, "Oh, you're here. Help her."
What in blazes happened?
Rats.
I hurry over and get out my bag.
We have
Where?
rats in the basement. Don't go in the basement. Also, it's hot.
Let's work about saving you first.
Mm.
Well, at
I
least
did
you're
my
not
best
bleeding
with
out.
what I had.
Want to make a medicine check?
Yeah. See how bad this is. I don't know.
She's a bit, her humors are a bit off, and
Oh dear.
she's a bit light on fluids. She looks a bit pale.
Looks like you could use some wine.
She does have a bottle of wine in her hand.
I do have that.
Cheap sailor swill.
Which I will happily drink again.
At this point, she has an alcohol blood content.
Well, I will go ahead and use a healing kit to heal her up, patch her up, supplement the patches already on.
Yeah, go ahead and roll for that. So basically, what you're doing is you're going around and better tying off the wounds that he's somewhat closed, as well as applying poultices, salves, medicines to the injuries. Sibylla, it feels wonderful. You regain 5 hit points.
8, because it's hit dice as well.
Yeah,
Creatures
plus
hit
the
dice.
total maximum.
Yeah, so you receive 8 hit points.
Fantastic.
Still tired, but you feel significantly better.
I would suggest some bed rest.
Uh-huh.
And maybe an exterminator.
Uh-huh.
Do I smell smoke?
Oh, can I sit up?
Yeah, you'll be a little lightheaded, but yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna push myself up to sit on the bar. I don't try to stand up because I'm not stupid. And kind of grimace and gesture vaguely at the the hole that used to be the trapdoor, and say, "There were well, no, something trapped me down there, and then there were rats." And then I tried to kill the rats with fire, which was a bad idea. And then there were burning rats, and don't go down there.
I'm gonna look around at all the wood floor, the wooden flanks, the wooden poles keeping up the ceiling, the wooden tables, the wooden bar she's on right now, and just look at her like,
There's
calculated
nothing wood
risk, huh?
down there. There's nothing wood down there. It's just dirt.
I'm pretty sure the poles holding up the floor we're standing on right now are wood.
Well, okay, yeah, other than those.
At least the place didn't burn down. How'd you get the fire out?
That would be Mr. Helpful over there. And looks at a doll.
Oh,
Actually, I think he's still in the
doll's
pit.
still downstairs.
Oh, he's still.
Yeah, no, Doll has not come back upstairs. He's still like trying to process what just happened to him.
In which case,
Well, that's
I would
good.
say that's Mr. Helpful down there.
Oh, good. Left unchecked, likely would have burned the whole place down. Thank goodness you're all right, though. Rats? We didn't see any. Where did they come from?
Wine vat, I think.
Ugh.
Look, my bigger issue is something was holding me down there.
There was
Hmm.
something keeping the door closed, which is why it doesn't exist anymore.
I
Thank
did
you,
notice
by the
that,
way.
Yeah. Gonna need a new door.
And she holds the bottle of wine out to Subutai.
Subutai takes it like a small swig of it. It's like obviously a camaraderie swig, not like a drinking swig.
No,
He is
it's
currently
terrible.
looking around. Yeah, and he's currently looking around for orphans.
It was obviously the orphan.
Everybody is pretty sure it's haunted. Subutai doesn't believe in that, so he's looking for orphans.
I will, Oh, man. I'm going to use
You also need to talk to a
prestidigitation
doll.
to clean Sibylla up.
Thank you.
You need to talk to a doll.
Why is that?
Yeah, what was that about?
Sibylla
happened?
was bleeding out and dying, and I did my very best to help patch her up and put her back together, and the doll just stood there like a rock and had no idea what to do with it.
But he did put out the fire.
He did, but as soon as he saw her, he just stopped. He cannot be afraid of the sight of blood. We killed at least a dozen.
But that was his first taste of combat. He's not a experienced campaigner. He's not a doctor either. He's not used to that sort of thing.
Then why not yesterday?
But I'll certainly have us talk with him. I don't think I'm going to go down there, though. I've seen that ladder. I'm going to walk over towards the way down and, like, poke my head down. Like, Adal, you okay down here?
I'm just gonna look at Benoit straight on, eyes full of terror. I don't know.
Well, that's not right.
Is that ladder completely trash now, by the way?
It's pretty close to trash.
It already had, like, half the rungs missing, and now it lost 3 more. He does look quite shaken. Perhaps whatever it was that trapped you in there has affected him.
You should probably get him out of there then.
Subutai walks over and looks down at him. Are you going to be helpful?
Adal, come over here.
He's just like still shaking. He's like, I'm coming. He's just gonna try to get up and try to make his way over to the ladder. He's still visibly shaken. He's something else. He just seems like he's mumbling to himself the whole time.
Sibylla's watching this all very curiously. Annoyed, but curious.
Climb the ladder.
He's just gonna look at the ladder and be like, try to prestidigitation it to make it not as shit.
That'll just clean it.
Very clean, shitty ladder.
Do you need
I'd like
help,
to flavor the ladder using prestidigitation.
It is now a very clean, shitty ladder that tastes of gumdrops.
Okay, let's try to get up the ladder and watch how bad this
Adal, do you need help?
I will most certainly need it.
Give me a second. He proceeds to root in his pack, pull out some fucking hempen rope. He spools it down, and then he just is like, okay, climb.
I guess acrobatics.
You can make athletics with advantage.
Athletics. Okay.
Yeah, you can shift to the rope on those parts where the rungs aren't there.
Damn, I'm slightly worse with athletics.
It takes you.
It would have been great if it would have been a 20.
It takes you a little bit moving back and forth between the ladder and the rope, but you do eventually make your way up and out of the hole.
Subutai puts his rope away.
Well, this isn't going to look good with the assessor.
Then that you hear a knock.
Jesus.
Go open the door.
And you see a man, well-dressed, very well-dressed, like finest, latest fashion for the merchants in the area. Standing outside, he's got a clipboard in hand with a quill and parchment on it, and he just kind of is eyeing the building around him as you open the door. This place is a dump. Ah, hello. My name is John Ovid Raidmaker. I am the assessor.
Hello.
Robert Delarue said you would be expecting me?
Indeed we were. I am Benoit de Ricard. Please welcome to the second to last home, such as it is.
Such as it is. Well, thank you, my Lord Ricard. If I may... He wants
Please.
to enter.
Please.
Thank you. And he enters as Sibylla. Is everything all right?
Awesome. Super. How are you?
Kind of looks at Benoit. Looks back at Sibylla. You're not, being mistreated by these gentlemen, are you, madam?
She just laughs. Just laughs.
I had a bit of a repair accident.
I see. Well, very well. Yes, well, assessing. My fee is 15 gold pieces to assess the entire place. In exchange, I will provide for you the price, an array of prices, of course, for the various services you will require to repair this place, along with my recommendations for which guilds and persons to contact to begin the service.
That seems fair.
Where shall I begin? And who shall be paying?
I can pay.
I believe we will all pay a bit. We all have a stake in the place.
Fair's fair. And
say
I'll
3
cover
gold each.
Illiwin.
Adele's gonna put in enough to cover Sibylla's automatically.
Aw.
Make sure it's known. We could make up for what happened earlier.
Which gets a curious look, but she doesn't ask.
All right, so everybody remove 3 gold from your sheets, except Adal remove 6 gold from your sheet. He will collect the money, drop it in a pouch, and say, "Wonderful. Where shall I begin?"
Well, there is a basement, although the ladder is not in good shape at the moment.
I
He
brought
sort
my
of
own
waves
ladder.
towards Sibylla. Oh, well, we could start in the basement and work our way up.
Sounds perfect. I'll just be a moment. Allow me to go retrieve my ladder, and then we can begin in your basement.
We probably should have
Excellent.
cleaned out the basement first.
Do what?
And he turns and heads back out towards the street.
If Adal whispers, I'm gonna run back over and like prestidigitation the shit out of the
Oh,
basement.
Jesus, yeah.
Any blood I could.
You spend the next minute while he's off getting a ladder, casting prestidigitation over and over again, getting every nook and cranny you can see from the hatch, which isn't a lot.
Puddles of blood.
Yeah, it's not a lot because I can't see in the dark.
You get
and
the
it's
puddles
dark
of
down
blood, you get the puddles of oil, you get the rat carcasses mostly.
They're pretty clean rat carcasses.
Yeah, they're
let me
very
tell
clean
you.
rat carcasses now, but they're still rat carcasses. The assessor comes back in and begins his assessment. He does climb down. He comments on the rats, but it's not like he's angry about it. He's used to seeing stuff like this, you know. He makes his way through. It takes him the better part of a couple of hours, 2 or 3 hours, and by the time he's done going from bottom to top and back down again, the sun.
Subutai disarms the traps on the second floor as he goes through, and then rearms them.
Forgotten about that. Thank you for the reminder.
Oh my god.
That's why I've been putting that Home Alone gifts in here because
Yeah,
I thought the assessor would just walk right into
I
it.
had meant to actually have that happen if somebody didn't mention disarming them, but then I got distracted by the rats. So good that you mentioned it anyways, since that means I don't have to deal with it. So by the time the assessor is through, by the time John is through going through the whole house and comes back downstairs to meet you all and goes over his paperwork a little bit longer. Well, it's not the worst place I've seen. And the sun is, of course, starting to set. He asks, "Is there a way we can get some light?"
Adal?
See the cast light.
Wonderful, wonderful. He moves a little closer to whatever you've lit up and eyes his notes. Yes, well, you're going to need a new roof, probably first and foremost. Well, maybe second, but it is a vital thing you will need. There are several holes and leaks and just generally unsafe portions. I would wager that will cost you roughly 150 gold on its own. There's also crumbling plaster and bricks throughout, damaged boards, water-damaged boards and walls. Generally just maintaining the premises themselves, the building itself in addition to the roof. It's another 45 for the plaster and the brick, 275 for the water-damaged boards and walls. That will at least get you a building which is no longer worthy of being condemned. And of course, there's all the glass. You've got many broken windows, at least 100 gold in broken windows. May run you 50. The hearths and chimneys, they're not going to be serviceable without relaying them, and that's nearly another 200 gold, just shy thereof. Sewage and plumbing don't seem to be working very well, but luckily that shouldn't be too difficult. It just needs to drop straight down. There's no more than 25 gold for that. Did you want to have dwarven pipes installed? This place wasn't built for it, but it shouldn't be too much difficulty.
It would be a nice luxury.
Well, I agree. It would be a nice luxury for 100 gold would be my guess, although you need to talk to a dwarf about that. But that would be my guess. I can put you in contact with a few. What were you planning to do with the place? Business of any kind?
We were thinking business, yes.
Right, well, then you'll probably want to sign. Finish all of that off, that's about 15 gold extra.
Okay. And he has this all, like, written out?
Yeah.
Cool.
In fact, I will make this table available to you. One moment. Yeah, he will, in fact, tear out the sheet and offer it to you all.
Okay.
And it is...
I know that feel.
Didn't paste properly.
I was trying to write it down as you went, but I think I missed a few.
There we go. Now it pasted properly. There you go.
Hey, that's very convenient.
Nice, thank you.
This is a lot to take in. When should I come back to begin arranging for the contractors?
So, 850 or 950 with dwarven pipes.
Yes, that... mind you, that is an estimate. You will need to negotiate the price
course.
with the individual contractors who will be performing the work, but that would be roughly what I think you should pay for it.
Not as bad as I thought. As for time, what do we think?
It should be doable. I might be able to convince my uncle to help finance this.
We would need a few days to get funding together.
Of course, I understand this is not a small amount of money. Of course, you wouldn't need to pay it all up front. In fact, I don't advise paying it up front. Talk to the guilds, negotiate your prices, pay perhaps half up front, half on completion. Or
does seem
if
reasonable.
you truly want to motivate them, you could. You could offer to pay them by the day with a bonus on completion early.
Now that's a wise idea. Though I don't know that we have any pressing need for fast completion. He was offering to bring people over for negotiation.
Yeah, he can put you in contact with the various guilds and people that you would need for this. Carpenters,
Okay.
or glass blowers, sewage pipe.
Right.
All those. He can absolutely put you in touch with them.
I'm not sure if the next day would be like that'd be maybe too soon. When is he available to bring people back?
Well, I can be available at your convenience, of course, as long as I haven't another appointment at the time, but I live to serve the people of Feldrun and Brighton especially. By what?
Let's say 2 days.
Days? What time of the day?
If we're having several over, probably want to start in the mid-morning.
Morning. Say, second bell?
That sounds fine.
Wonderful. I shall write you in for second bell on the 5th day of the summer, and I shall return then. Shall we begin, I would suggest at least, with the bricklayers? They'll be needed for the hawks and chimneys as well as for the foundation on this first floor.
A sound idea.
Begin with them, and then perhaps the carpenters next. They'll do the, the roof and the walls and the broken floorboards, all of these things. And the he kind of glances past Sibylla. The hatch to your basement. So,
Yeah.
bricklayers and of course the carpenters, maybe sewage. The rest can come later, I think. Yes. Oh, the dwarves. I'll try and get you some dwarves. Did you want the dwarven?
I certainly think so, but I'm not sure what my compatriots' opinions on that are.
But
Let's do it.
I will have a dwarven pipe layer come by anyways, and if you're not satisfied with the idea at the time, you can tell them. How does that sound?
That sounds excellent.
Then I'll be back in just a few days. It's a pleasure to meet you. I do hope you're all right. He's looking at Sibylla.
I've been so much worse.
Oh, well.
No need to worry, I am a doctor.
Ah. Oh. Well, good day, sirs, madam. Turns and starts to hastily make a retreat.
She just like wiggles her fingers in goodbye, like a little wave.
Wow, he doesn't like doctors.
Is there anything else you guys would like to do this evening?
Sibylla would definitely pull Subutai aside to think.
Pull him aside. Thank you.
Yeah,
would
so,
also- I was going to similarly pull Adal aside and like try to figure out what the hell is going on with him.
Okay, let's go Sibylla first.
okay, so, after the guy leaves, Sibylla less hops and more eases herself off of the bar, and sort of limps over and grimaces and looks at the makeshift bandages and says, "I owe you a set of clothes."
He shrugs and says, "That was my old set."
Yeah, well, you saved my life and I won't forget that. Thank you.
You would do the same for me.
I would, actually.
Good, because I don't trust the rich people.
Right?
They do not have the same respect for blood and bones. Despite one of them being capable of healing people magically, maybe that is part of the reason.
It might be. I think they also think if you throw money at a problem, it goes.
That has traditionally been a problem in Noctlane as well.
Hmm.
But they at least also understand that it doesn't matter how much money you throw at something, it never fixes a knife in the back.
That's kind of how it works where I'm from, too.
I think it works that way almost everywhere.
I think so.
I've just forgotten here.
Yeah, well, too much money for too long will do that.
Anyway, get some sleep. Hopefully you do not need to rub dirt on it in the morning.
It wouldn't be the first time.
He gestures at your whole body.
Uh-huh, yep.
And he says, if you need anything, let me know.
I appreciate that. And Sibylla actually is gonna, when she leaves, go back to the Siren dispenser.
Interesting. It's a bit of a walk.
Yeah, she's got to go back to the harbor anyway. That's where she lives.
Yeah.
If she's heading like way far away, Subutai would say, "Where are you going to?" There you go.
Oh, there's a ship actually.
I'll go with you to make sure you don't run into any more rats or orphans.
You know, those orphans, they'll get you. And for the record, rats not usually a problem.
All right.
Just for the record.
All right. So you guys head out. One thing I would like, Eric, from you is a perception check.
Okay. Not that great.
Yeah, not that great. Okay. You do escort her to the docks. There's a pretty large. It's a merchant's cutter. Decent sized vessel, 2 masts. You suspect it's a pretty fast ship. She takes you to, runs kind of low in the water, but it's sleek vessel, and it's got these big round metal tubes near the front. You've never seen them before. They look like some kind of weapons.
Subutai is very foreign to like ocean-going craft, as he is a horse lord from a landlocked nation.
Yep.
However, he is gonna go ahead and see if he can't divine that this is an unusual craft.
Go ahead and make an intelligence check.
Just raw it.
Yeah, I mean it's a little unusual. Like the craft itself seems somewhat normal. Well, it seems. I say normal. It is not a merchant's trading vessel. This thing was designed for speed and agility. It is certainly capable of mercantile activities, but it is somewhat more capable of maneuvering and less of carrying massive amounts of cargo. And those big metal things at the front look like. You've seen explosives before. They look like something that could fire a very heavy bit of metal powered by an explosion. Some kind of, you might call it a cannon.
Nice ship.
Yeah, I like it. Thanks.
Is it yours?
Um, it's more that I belong to it.
Are you a slave or something?
No, I grew up on it.
I understand. It's like me in the steppe.
Yeah, it's like you in the steppe.
Well, good luck. I assume you have people here.
Yeah, I do.
Be safe. Don't let any of them kill you.
They usually don't try too hard. And is there any kind of like, I don't know, farewell gesture, like a bow or a handshake or something that would be culturally appropriate
Well, your
on
mom.
his end?
Your mom is from Nochlin.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Eric, is there some kind of special farewell?
So, there's like all sorts of varying epithets. Basically, feel free to make up your own. That are, if there's anything about like, say, the equivalent of safe travels would be like ride on swift hooves or some shit like that. You feel free to make it up as you go. But in terms of the way warriors greet each other, at the very least, it's like the forearm clap.
Yeah, okay. That's actually what I was picturing. Yeah. So she would offer that.
Okay. He does the forearm clasp, and then says, "Sleep with one eye."
I don't think I can not do that.
And he's gonna peace, because that's what you do.
Yeah. Sibylla, as you're heading up the gangway, make a No, I'm kidding.
Close line rat.
You do. Your speed is halved at the moment, so it does. You do kind of crawl your way up the gangway, but you make your way up, and of course, you are greeted by your old friend who worries over you through the night, makes sure you have a cabin to sleep in, cares for you like a father would. Meanwhile, back in the second to last home, Benoit and Adele.
So, I heard you froze up down there. Are you okay? You didn't look that great when I looked in on you. Did you get hurt?
No, I wasn't hurt at all. I don't know what came over me. Felt like something was trying to tell me to. I don't know. It's just a lot happened. It happened so fast, and I don't know. It was terrifying at the end of the day. It's almost like something was trying to tell me to put Sibylla out of her misery right then and there.
Interesting. Did it feel familiar, or do you think it could have been whatever it was that trapped her in the basement?
It was familiar, but I couldn't place it anywhere.
How much do I know about what it all is involved with?
You know that after Adol's father died, he was depressed and he started practicing magic. You don't know how he learned it or what the source of his power is. He certainly isn't a wizard. It reminds you of sorcery. All anyone in his bloodline having magic before him, so it's a bit strange.
That's a bit troubling. You haven't heard that voice before, but it was familiar?
Yes, it's almost like I don't know. I don't know how to describe.
Let me know if you hear it again, would you? I worry about you.
I will. I have to look into this more. It's troubling, and I don't know how I will make it up to Sibylla. I feel horrible about the whole thing.
Well, from what I've heard, you lit up the basement, which allowed Von Maxwell to make any kind of attempts at saving. And you got rid of the fire, which potentially saved the entire inn.
Yes, but at the end of the day,
have no medical training. You've not been around people having their blood spilled often. There was a lot of blood down there, by the way. I'm a bit inured to the fact because I've dealt with corpses and people dying and the more negative effects of this, but you really haven't, other than that unpleasantness in the sewers. Don't beat yourself up too much about it, doll. All you can do is try not to let it seize you up in the future. Strange voices in your head can be disturbing. Even if I am in the priesthood, I have admit that I've not had much experience with that, but when someone is dying or in danger, act first and think about it later. It's the best advice I can give.
Thank you, Benoit. I hope whatever this was a one-time deal. don't think I could handle freezing up on an ally again.
I'm very concerned that it's this place. Thinking back to it, now that we know something tried to trap her in the basement, when we were here that first day, a brick fell from a ceiling tile fell on me, or attempted to.
Yeah. And I was
The
trapped
others said
downstairs as well.
there's more to this place. I wonder if we could hire an exorcist.
If we can, we should probably do it soon.
Maybe I could speak with the church about this.
While you're speaking
Well,
to the church. I was gonna say, while you're speaking to the church, I'll try to look into what I can find on this place. Maybe I'll have, maybe my father had something cooked up in the old mansion.
Or
You know,
perhaps
he liked
Hat.
to keep his records.
Or perhaps Hat has some history on it.
That too, hats might be a good place to look first. Who knows what's left of my father's old collection after Uncle took.
Some of it may have even ended up with Hat.
Who knows?
Well, try not to let it eat at you too much. We can't change what's already happened. And I will actually follow up on that. I'll check in with the Church of Killian and see if they have anyone that could come and maybe check for hauntings.
Sure, maybe we'll deal with that tomorrow or next session. So, a couple of end of session notes here. I would like you all to gain 50 XP.
I also would like that.
I'll take care of Elowen here. Make sure she gets hers. That should put you at 1884. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Glorious vintage.
Excellent. Alright, Sibylla, I know you had mentioned wanting to try and fence things through your mother's ship. Are you going to talk to the others the next day about getting those items?
Yes.
So Benoit has them currently, right, Benoit?
Correct, yeah.
The silver and the paintings, are you going to give them to her?
Yeah, if she can, except for that one painting, I want to put that in the house.
Right, the
dragon.
The dragon?
The cool one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Probably the easiest one to sell.
Cool. Alright, so...
I can even transport them for her if need be.
Yeah, sure. So you get her like a crate of the silver and the paintings. Next session we'll deal with you trying to fence those through your mothership. We'll also deal with you talking to the Church of Killian about exorcism, and maybe start dealing with some of the guilds coming to start work. Is there anything else you guys want to have ready for next session?
I know Sibylla is dying to meet these kids, but she will also not be super keen to bring them into a house that is like homicidal. So there's.
She was also dying in the house.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. So we also need to have.
Well, the kids are going to get
run
trapped
into
in
the
the
traps,
house.
yeah.
With the ghost.
Oh shit.
Well, I know Doll's gonna be just non-stop
Guys, it's just
researching
the danger room.
everything he can about the place.
You said Doll's going to do what?
Non-stop research, as he's looking everywhere he possibly can about information on that building.
Sure. So you're going to research the history of the second to last one.
Yeah. He's not gonna get any sleep, I can tell you that much.
Sibylla's gonna get all the sleep.
Alright, cool. I've got my notes. Is there anything else you guys want to do this evening before we break? Any questions or comments or the like?
I love Lynn's voice.
Thank you. I hope I can repeat it again.
Plus side, we're now recording the sessions, so you can at least hear it again.
That's true. Although
You and your crazy voices after last Friday, I didn't think you'd
Okay.
go for another kobold type voice.
always, although this one was much less problematic. You may have noticed though that sometimes I don't do so well. Alexander Monet's voice changed about 3 times in this session alone.
I just figured he was a shifty person
No,
hiding something.
no, she's just not an easy voice for me to nail down for some reason. Alright.
That was perfect. So
Cool. Well, then we will
Keep
wrap
going.
up here. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in 2 weeks. No, next week. We're going to start doing weekly now.
Next week.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right. Cool. So then I'll see you all next week.
can drive myself
Sweet.
crazy.
Peace out, guys.
Ciao.
Thanks.
Later.